Alright, we are reopening the game, which means we are going to have to resume the 49ers Seattle game.
EA Sports, within the game. There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be in the All-Madden team.
As of right now, is in overtime. San Francisco, if they win this game, would be the highest seed, which means Dallas would go on to play Philadelphia. My bad. And Minnesota and San Francisco would play each other. But if Seattle pulls it out, we're going to have Seattle, Philadelphia, Minnesota. The matchup is set for the AFC already. It's the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Chargers. Alright, since we are here in the overtime period,
you're coming back at a good time as we're just about set for a kickoff.
And Seattle is going to get the ball first to start overtime.
So it's the Seahawks,
but this game plays by overtime rules and exhibition games, by playoff overtime rules in the exhibition game. So even if Seattle scores, they have to get a stop on defense in order to win the game. If they do not stop San Francisco can score, and it would still be a tied game, and Seattle would get the ball back with a chance to answer again. It's a whole bunch of stupid.
I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7.
And after this game,
well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the
we will head into the divisional round.
7 yards on first down.
This is the last wild card game. Right here.
From the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Seattle. Second. Handoff, Kenneth Walker will get the first down.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was.
Geno Smith looks like he's locked in for this overtime period. And I think he's going to try to run the clock here in this overtime period. That way, if they do score, they can score with very little time for San Francisco to do anything. That's what I think their goal is. For real, so they're letting the clock tick. Which is kind of a smart move because you don't really want to give the other opponent that much time.
He might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
That way you don't remain with a tied game and you can win the game. Most likely, unless they pull off something crazy. That's what I think Seattle is going for here as they continue to run the football and time ticks off the clock.
It's
5 minutes left.
Play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. This is Dallas and inside.
Another hand.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
San Francisco also has no timeouts in overtime. Seattle has 3.
50, it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett.
Lockett catches the football down at the 2-yard line.
So close. A huge play there in overtime.
Brock Purdy is like, what's happening right now? We don't care about the booth review. It was a catch, man. It was definitely a catch. This is why I skipped the booth review. But here we go, man.
Is going to wind up confirming what the official
Seattle
will stand as is.
From the 2-yard line. First and goal for the Seahawks. They're going to tap it forward.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Huh?
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to get him about
Walker
3
gets
closer.
it.
He's down to about the 2.
Goes nowhere.
And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime.
The backup quarterback is hyping up the team for San Francisco. They might be throwing him in the game.
They're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing,
they might be throwing him in for this drive. For their drive, if Seattle scores, they might throw in their backup quarterback and let a veteran finish. Ooh, okay. Seattle gets stopped, so they will get a field goal. And with a touchdown now, San Francisco will win the game. And I think they're getting ready to have their backup quarterback play San Francisco.
He wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it.
Field goal. A touchdown now wins the game for San Francisco.
So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Look out!
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Come here, buddy. Sorry. Fucking kick these. I don't know. I was walking back. I was walking backwards. I can't.
Out on the field now. Here come the 49ers.
Is he?
Well, it's pretty simple. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend.
I'm doing an playoff simulation.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because
I'm watching.
Playing,
I'm
right?
doing an NFL playoff simulation on Madden.
It's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone. Because they're going to play.
All right, Brock Purdy to throw is going to get it to Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey will be a good part of their offense here in the playoffs, I think. But with the score, San Francisco will win this game.
Football being a game of strength and brawn, it's also a game of mismatches. And they're
which means if San Francisco wins this football game as of right now,
yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out,
it will be
he's going to win that battle just about
San Francisco.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
I'm recording a YouTube video.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So Madden NFL 23 playoff sim.
Try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first down, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3.
Purdy to throw again.
Get 6, so much the better.
Gonna get out the pocket.
Right.
Run it. Purdy.
And he goes out of bounds.
To the 50-yard line.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run. And
this playoff simulation has been crazy.
I did like his decision making there to make sure they picked
overtime touchdown wins it for the San Francisco 49ers. Which means San Francisco would play Minnesota.
They'll try and pick it up by running.
Gonna be a read option. They're gonna fumble. Seattle is going to win the football game. Seattle is going to play Philadelphia in the divisional round. What a game. Seattle is gonna play Philadelphia. Minnesota is gonna play Dallas. And in the AFC, it's going to be Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Buffalo and LA. And the first matchup is going to be Cincinnati and Kansas City. Cincinnati KC is going to be the one we are doing right now. So if Kansas wins, they will advance to the AFC Championship. And if Cincinnati wins, they will advance to the AFC Championship. And then it'll be the same way with the Bills or the Chargers. Whichever one wins goes to the AFC Championship. Alright, so let's see who is going to win this game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City strikes first. Kansas City. Score. Kansas City scores again. Kansas City. Cincinnati scores again. Kansas City scores again. Cincinnati scores again. Overtime, we're jumping in. We forgot to jump in, chat. We are not going to call a play. Cincinnati and Kansas City. 1:42 left in overtime. I'm guessing Cincinnati can win it. Oh, they're on their own 8-yard line. Okay, I do have to run a defensive play. Don't mind that. Let me just get a hit stick real quick. Nope, that's not going to happen. Alright, let's see what Cincinnati does here.
73 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
Let's see if Kansas City can get a stop and score a touchdown.
How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
It's been going crazy. Probably. I don't. Joe Burrow. Overtime. At Arrowhead, like last year. He's gonna be sacked. He's gonna be sacked. Defense, Cincinnati calls the timeout.
Timeout called for by the offense.
The defense is for Kansas City right here.
He's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Kansas City.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's
now from the 10.
To throw Burrow.
Joe Burrow throws it complete. Jamar Chase.
A good pickup there, 18 yards.
Catches it. Evan McPherson has to get to the 40 to kick the game winner. Because they both had a possession in overtime. Cincinnati only has one time. City has 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here
So
defensively.
if
6 DBs
Kansas
in the game.
City is able to stop Cincinnati right here, which they are not, going to be a timeout most likely by Cincinnati in the last seconds and a field goal try for McPherson, which would send Evan McPherson onto the field.
You've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
But if Cincinnati does not try to kick the field goal, can Kansas City make a play, which they won't try to kick the field goal. Can Kansas City make a big play right here? They do not. They do. They knock the pass away. Complete 2nd down and 10. Can Kansas City make a couple of extra plays to win this football game?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow.
Cincinnati throwing downfield, caught.
Catch. He pulled it in.
There is no timeout though for Cincinnati, which will take them into a 2nd overtime period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick
overtime,
a field goal, the other team gets a possession.
2 overtimes what we get in this football game, which is insane.
Field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Mixon with a first
Mixon will run the football and get a big first down for Cincinnati.
That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back
This is in the divisional round. If Kansas City loses this game in the divisional round to Cincinnati.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
McPherson has
another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Looks like Cincinnati in the game.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime.
Marley, shut up. Evan McPherson will win it for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise.
Patrick Mahomes loses to Joe Burrow in the divisional round, according to Madden. Well, I don't believe that would happen in real life. I think Kansas City would be out to seek revenge on Cincinnati. That's just me. Marley!
Shut up! Dang! Bark again, I'm slap with this fucking rag. Put it out somewhere. Damn, what you gotta bark all the time for?
Alright, so our last game in the AFC divisional round is the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, Cincinnati has secured a spot in the AFC Championship game after beating Kansas City somehow, some way.
retire him. I think he goes to jail.
Today, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
Let's see who wins this one and secures a spot in the AFC Championship game with the Cincinnati Bengals. Chargers score first. The Bills score. The Bills score again. The Chargers score again. The Bills score again. The Bills are up 20-14, 26-14. 33-14 Buffalo. 33-28 Buffalo, and the Bills are going to face the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game. Josh Allen and Joe Burrow will go at it in the AFC Championship. Soda. So the first game we are going to do is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. Alright, let's simulate to see who is going to win this thing. The end of the game. Philly puts points on the board. Dallas puts points on the board. They both put points on the board again. Dallas is up 16-10. 17-16. Philadelphia will win it 17-16. Philadelphia is going to the NFC Championship to either face San Francisco or Minnesota. So it'll be the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings as the last game of the divisional round. And then we will have the two conference championship games. The AFC and NFC championship games.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
Recorded a playoff simulation for my channel. Alright, so Minnesota and San Francisco go into overtime, guys. And Minnesota scores first. Holy shit. This guy's being insane over here on the mic. I have to run the play as the 49ers. Alright, it is 41-34. in overtime. San Francisco and Minnesota. The Eagles are in the NFC Championship game. The AFC Championship game is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Let's see who is going to face Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Is it going to be Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers or Kirk Cousins in the Minnesota Vikings? Alright, so San Francisco will come out to the 25-yard line.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Christian McCaffrey gets the carry and will take it up to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 8.
And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings.
All right, so 3rd and 3. San Francisco from the 32-yard line. Gets it over the middle. Ayuk gets the first, does not get the first down for San Francisco. Okay, so it's the Vikings stop here on 4th down. They will go on to play Philadelphia in the NFC Championship game. Let's see if San Francisco's gonna go for it first. I would if I was the 49ers. They are going to go for it. Pitch out to the right. Christian McCaffrey is stopped, and Minnesota will go on to play Philadelphia in the NFC Championship. Wow. Okay.
And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked.
Madden
It didn't work here.
is insane. So we got our 2 conference championship games. Minnesota, Philadelphia, and Buffalo and Cincinnati. Wow. Okay. Madden is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
What's up?
You don't know what else is insane?
What?
Watching a 4th and 20 Hail Mary get converted because your defender missed the ball.
Shut the fuck up. I was at the game. I saw every fucking bit of that.
They showed up, like, the game was putting pictures of the stands, and I was hoping I would see you. I mean, I know you were screaming.
No, we just got up and left.
After the Hail Mary, after the game ended.
After the 4th and 28.
You're the top 5 quarterbacks I would commit next 10 years. And at number 5, I got the prince that was promised, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence's breakout game last week obviously helps his case now, but I still believe in this guy's future with or without that game. Number 4, give me Joe Burrow. You can honestly put him higher on this list, and I wouldn't argue against you. There's just so much talent on this list.
Alright, so we have the AFC Championship game that we are simming right now. The Bills and the Bengals. Bengals score first. Bills get ahead 10-7. Bengals score again. 14-10 Bengals. 17-10 Bengals. 13-17 Bengals. 16-17 Bengals. 22-17 Bills. 29-17 Bills. 32-17 Bills. And the Bills will win it 32-24 to advance to the Super Bowl. So the Bills will be in the Super Bowl. Question is against either the Vikings or the Eagles. Yes, this is an insane simulation, I know. I will post another video with me playing with the playoff matchups with whatever teams I want to play with. So here we go. Philadelphia and Minnesota NFC Championship game. Tell me this doesn't sound similar to you. Sounds like 2017 to me. Minnesota and Philadelphia in the NFC Championship game. Once again. This time it's Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins. Not Case Keenum and Stephon Diggs. And it is Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown instead of Nick Foles and Alshon Jeffrey. Alright. Let's see who is going to the Super Bowl to face the Buffalo Bills. If I'm going to be honest, I want Philadelphia in the Super Bowl with the Bills in this simulation. Let's see what happens. Minnesota gets out to a 7-0 lead. 7-7, 14-7, 14-14, 21-14, 21, 28-21. Minnesota 30-35. Philadelphia scores again. 33-30. The Minnesota Vikings are going to the Super Bowl to play the Buffalo Bills. 35-33 is the final. It will be the Vikings and Bills in the Super Bowl. What the fuck are we seeing? We are seeing Madden's insane simulation. That's what we are seeing. Alright, so the Super Bowl matchup...
Minnesota's gonna lose in the first round.
For real. But Madden thinks they're getting all the way to the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills.
How?
I don't know. Don't ask. They thought Cincinnati was gonna beat Kansas City in double overtime too, so... Alright, so Buffalo Bills versus Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl. This is absolutely fucking insane. This is not going to happen in real life. The Bills might go to the Super Bowl, but they ain't playing the Vikings. Alright. Let's pause the game. We are super simming to the end of the Super Bowl. Who is going to win the Super Bowl, the Vikings or the Bills? Two teams that have never won a Super Bowl in their franchise history. Vikings are up 6-0, 7-6 Buffalo Bills, 14-6 Buffalo Bills, 21-6 Buffalo Bills, 21-13, 21-19, And the Bills have won the Super Bowl 21-19 over the Minnesota Vikings.
What an amazing Super Bowl, 21-19.
What a fucking simulation by Madden's bullshit fucking simulation engine.
The Bills are winning the Super Bowl.
No, Kansas City's winning the Super Bowl. Facts. Alright, the Bills get the Super Bowl over the Minnesota Vikings. That's fucking insane.
Oh, he said he's gonna give me my first win. Yo, bro, what games like happens first in the wild card?
I think
it's like 49ers and Seahawks.
The first game in the NFC, I think it is the Bucks and the Cowboys.
I want to see the Jets. No, the Cowboys and Bucks are literally the last game. The first game in the NFC is 49ers Seahawks.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you said the Tampa Brady Buccaneers.
No. The first game is the we'll play first.
And then just random team. Oh, I landed on the Bills, so I can just go down to. Yo, bro, J.J. Watt just retired.
Yeah.
Dang.
Tom Payton's coming back to coach, I think.
Future Charger.
The Bills won the Super Bowl, everybody.
I cannot lie. Sean Payton is genius.